So, a new day begins. As you can see, it's filled with stuff. I just rolled the donor car out a little bit, so it's time to move the engine. I think I will try to have it on that side, so I have all the parts I need for the car on that side, and eventually that pallet with an old engine will end up there. This is a much nicer space. As you can see, I can get around the old engine. There's a pipe there going from the coolant that I need to put back on the car. I'm going to move this working table. But we're going to have chairs. Oh. Well, you have seen the engine before when we took it out, but as you can see, there's a lot of... it's an old engine. I think this is... So what we're aiming to get at is that piece down there. See how we can get it off the engine, start to clean it. So a peek from the future. This is the way this corner looks now. Here is all the old stuff, the old tailgates, the old fender, and all the old engine and everything, old rubber hoses and everything. Some people might say, but why don't you just throw them away and make space? Well, my idea is that one day when I assembling the car, it might be good to have, you know, you can see product numbers on hoses, or you can just look the way it looked originally on the car. Here's the bench as normal. A little bit much on the bench, but I think that works out good for me. Here's the new engine. Here's the work table, and underneath here and here is just parts that I will reuse on the car. I'm not sure if this is the way it's going to look in the future, but I'd rather have the engine on this side, so I can start to take off, move over the water pump, the generator, the fan. Oh Jesus! What? Oh, it's loose. Well, that makes life much easier. It was already loose, so I can't understand how. Let's check if something is broken. So, what I'm gonna do now is that this is the old engine. It's the flywheel that was installed on that old engine. This here is the flywheel that's installed from the engine under the cover, which we will use to put in the car. Refurbish the engine. But what I need to do first is I need to calculate all the cogs and see that we have the same amount on this one as this one. Because if we don't have the same one, the starter engine on this machine, which I think works, we can try that out later, won't work on that one. So say that this has 125 and this has 133, then I need to buy a new starter engine to make sure that it will work. So I have calculated both now. What I did was that you can see here, I sanded. Everything is quite greasy, so I sanded with sandpaper to make sure that I could find a cog where I started to count. So both flywheel have 134 cogs. So that means that this flywheel should work. So this is the advantage having one engine to be put in and one engine we just took out. This is the where you put the oil filter. As you can see, it looks like it's been driven a couple of kilometers. But if we look on the and we're not using, it's a cool one. So I'm going to take off the red one and I'm going to use that on the other engine. Make sure it's the same product number. I think this is a Series 1 engine and that one comes from a Series 2 car. So I'm going to take that off, inspect it, make sure, and put it on the new engine. This seems to fit fine, but the problem here is that the oil filter house is not tightened up, so I need to check my book, which I have, which is the Bible. I'm gonna check if there's any torque spec for the oil filter house, and then I have a torque wrench so I can torque it to spec. So I found on the internet, of course, that these should be 15 foot-pounds, and if I convert them to Newton meter, it should be around 20 Newton meters. So I'm going to tighten them with my torque wrench. Next mission is to get the engine mount, take that off, clean it, of course, and put it where it should sit. So everything, the engine mount is there now. The oil filter housing is there without an oil filter. Piece of wood here, and I put that tool there, and well, the first bolt is loose, so Bolts are loose. I'm going to take them off, move them to the cleaning station where I spray WD-40 and use the baby wipes, and if there's any surface grime or rust, I use the sandpaper to sand it off. I got scared away, so I put back the fans. I have all the screws. We know that the pulley here needs to be, I need to buy a new one, something broke yesterday. On the other hand, this water pump has some rust issues, and this water pump here is much nicer shape, so I'm going to buy a pulley for that. So to clean it, I use WD-40 and then I use a brush. You can see here it's really dirty. It's time to tighten up the cylinder head with the torque wrench. I think it was 73 Newton meter. I will check again. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm taking every cupola nut off and make sure that they're high enough not to hit this one before they tighten it against this cylinder head. So we're going to cross tighten them. So I start that. Oh. So the cylinder head is torqued to spec. I didn't change any cupola nuts because on the donor car they were rusty as well. So the only solution is to re-chrome it, I guess. I found 4 different valve covers. I think this valve cover is nicer. This is just the sticker decal. This is in the metal, so I think those are cooler. The problem is I have a lid for that one, I don't have a lid for that one, so I'm gonna clean everything and then take a decision to what to do, or see if I can find the lid for that cover. But to start to take off, I think this is Permatex or something. It's not the original seal, it's something that I think it's Permatex, I'm not sure. I'm gonna clean those valve covers with the air connected up, so I have the air hose here today. I'm gonna do that. I'm looking for, which I haven't found yet, they are probably here somewhere. So I'm looking for the valve cover. You see the bolt there. In Sweden we call them cupola nuts. So I'm looking for those. They should probably be here, somewhere on this shelf. There's a lot of containers and stuff that we need to take a look at. Clean those on the outside and inside. I was sanding a little bit because the surface, I haven't yet decided. I think for now I'm on this because I have the lid. I couldn't find another lid. If I found out the lid, I think this is a cooler one. But I'm gonna search on the product number and see which is accurate for my car. Clean the other side and also clean these. These will be positioned up there. So some the generator, the servo pump, the fan, and also the valve covers. The valve covers, you see there's no cupola nuts. They are here. They need to go through my inspection to be cleaned, and I think the washers look like they are. I'm gonna sand them a little bit to make sure that the surface looks good, and then we're gonna put that on the engine. So this time put on here. So I think that we should be happy with the day's progress. There's still a lot of things to do, and we need to take off some parts to put some gaskets on, but I think it's a good way. And here's the old engine, looking a little bit sad. We'll continue tomorrow.